Welcome back to another video. Today we're carrying on with Clive. This is the feminine version of the 20th anniversary collection. So this marks the 20th anniversary of Clive and they launched what they call an iconic pair, one being masculine, one being feminine. In my personal opinion, I consider both of them completely unisex. They don't smell masculine or feminine. They, like I say, both of them smell unisex to me personally. But the idea is one is masculine, one is feminine as a pair. They're quite expensive. It's basically £300 for a 50ml, and it's a limited edition. This one, for the feminine, the notes are very simple, listed on the card here. It says an explosion of damask rose laced with honey and saffron, and that's it. And really, that's exactly what you smell. Apart from the honey, I don't get the honey. I'll reapply it to my hand. So in the opening I get a really nice rose note paired with that spicy saffron. So there's kind of a gritty saffron, if that makes sense. It's a little bit rough in the texture, so to speak. So you get the saffron, the rose comes across. Kind of dark in the opening. So this one I don't smell honey. It doesn't smell like a pot of honey. It doesn't smell like any of the honey notes I'm familiar with. At no point does my imagination come up with honey for this one. But there is a subtle sweetness. It's a slightly coumarin-like sweetness. So a vanillic, slightly woody hay kind of scent, but a low kind of dose of it. It's quite a subtle sweetness. It's definitely not a sweet perfume. It's a rose accord with an underlining, like I say, coumarin-like sweetness rather than what I associate as honey personally. I don't get honey vibes, but it is slightly sweetened with a rose accord, and that's really the whole fragrance top to bottom is a rose accord with a spicy saffron opening and an ever so slight touch of sweetness behind the rose. With no transformation or change. It just tails down and mellows out and disappears as a nice rose accord. The rose starts off a little bit darker to my nose, and then as it dries down it kind of lightens up. Not quite pink, but a lighter rose. It does, I suppose, some men might say, oh well, it's feminine, leaning on the association of just it being rose in general, but I don't have an association with rose being feminine in the case of this, the way that this smells. I think rose can be completely unisex. This comes across that way to me. So some people might find it feminine. I personally think it's completely unisex. And really, there's no change with this fragrance. The saffron does fade away, and you're left with a light rosy accord. Basically, I would say it's a rose accord along with a rose absolute, but built around a rose accord. So you get this floral, soft floral petal accord of rosiness that really mellows out onto the skin and is ever so slightly sweetened, but again, it doesn't remind me of honey at any point. But there is an obvious sweetness underlining that rosiness, and that's really all that it gives me. I don't get any other notes with this perfume. Really, it's a slightly sweet rose with a saffron opening top notes. It smells good. I like it. It's not hugely complicated. It's really quite minimal composition, like the masculine version. For me, it's not one I would buy for that amount of money. It's very simple, it's elegant, I think it smells lovely, but it's just, I would like it to be a little bit more complex for such a special like 20th anniversary thing. I think something that made a little bit more of a statement would have been good, personally, rather than more laid back, limited kind of minimal composition where it's extremely simple. But that's what they went for. It does smell good. I like it. I think it's unisex. I think It could be season-wise, I would say all year round. I think you could wear it probably in summer, spring, autumn and winter. I don't see any reason why not. It might be a little bit cloying if it's really, really hot and humid, but other than that, all year round. I think it's versatile in the sense that you could wear it to work in the daytime, or you could wear it out on a date or going out to a nice meal, so day or evening, all year round. It doesn't really, and again, casual or dressed up. As a man, I would wear it dressed up and casual, and same for a woman, so very versatile in that regard. And in terms of performance on my skin, it's about 6 hours longevity, with the projection sillage being soft-ish. It's nice in the first hour, and you do get wafts of it for almost the entirety of that time. If it's around the clothing, it comes up off the t-shirt. So 6 hours longevity, and that's it. That's as good as I can describe it. And it's completely unisex all year round. Very nice. I do like it. It's just quite expensive, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again next time with another one. Take care, everyone.